Hey guys, this is Nova One Winged Angel here, and right now I'm actually looking to install a fan on my Cosmos 2, which is right over here. There it is. That's the Cosmos 2 with all its glory. See if you can see the side fans. See side fans. That's the Cosmos 2. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do today is I actually have an issue with the Cosmos 2 because see whenever I put the door up. And then you see the LED fan right there. That's a 140 millimeter LED fan, and you see that bottom gap right there. I'm pretty certain that you can fit in 120 in there, and it's kind of like I don't know. It's weird. Like what? Let me pull this out. Okay, so see, it's weird. Like how there's like a big gap right there, and there's no light shining out through it, and then the top is the blue LED fan 140 that's currently going right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can install a 120 in there, so I can successfully have the whole front of the case lit up, because I think it just kind of looks retarded. So what I did is actually I ordered a Cooler Master LED fan, and which is right over here. So that's the Cooler Master LED fan. See, as you can see on top is the 120, 2000 RPMs, and it's a green LED fan, which is weird because it was supposed to be blue. Huh. But yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what the heck is gonna happen with that. Maybe because I know it was previously open. Maybe the casing is just different. But I see the wires look kind of bluish, and so does the little thing in the front. So we're gonna give it a try, and then we're gonna see the results later on in this video. So right now I'm actually gonna do the installation process, and I'll see you guys after the installation is done. We're back, and I'm gonna teach you guys something about the Cosmos 2 actually. The Cosmos 2, if you look on the top, it has an right here. It has an LED controller. So pretty much an LED controller is right located right here in the lower end, right there. All right, so the LED controller pretty much shuts off all the lights or keeps them all on. And actually, the fan doesn't get along with my LED controller, simply because my 140 millimeter fan has a specific cable for the power and a specific one for the LED controller. The 120 doesn't. As you can see right now, see, it looks good. They're both perfectly flowing very well. Both fans are going going well, and but the problem is that in order for the bottom 120 millimeter fan to actually go at a decent rate and not flicker or go crazy, I actually have to have the HDD light, which is where it's connected, all the way full power. So, but if I were to even let up, like I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna turn it back to blue. If I were to let up, it would start to flicker, and I believe that's because it's not getting enough power. So as you see that flickering, yeah, it's actually flickering. It's not maintaining constant. And you'll see that the top one, it's also controlled by HUD, and it's also maintaining a slow speed, and it's actually not flickering. But the bottom one is. And the light will actually fool you a little bit. It may actually, the top one's flickering slightly, but it's not at all. The bottom one's the one that is. So in order for me to actually alleviate that, what I must do is keep the HDD light on red, so it gets full juice. But I may actually have the front the top one connected to the front. I gotta double check that. But pretty much I gotta make sure that both fans are connected to either the front or the HDD, because they are really close to my hard drives or my hard drive area. So I gotta make sure that they're both linked to the same thing, so they're both controlled by the same thing. So I guess it doesn't look retarded, or it doesn't behave retardedly. One going really fast while the other one goes very slow. And yeah, so as previously stated, the fan did come. The 120 came from a previous owner, and they decided to sell it on eBay. It has only been used once because he actually took a picture of it, and then he decided to package it up and send it off. And see, he probably bought a green one instead, and I bought a blue one. So with that being said, the green packaging earlier, I guess, was a small scare, but definitely looks good when it's actually flowing like it's supposed to be. The front's completely blue now, matching blue, which is exactly why I bought Cooler Master. 120 to match. But what I don't like is, you see the screw. It's actually like a, you know, like a little like silver-ish, like a little maybe a gold tint to it, but the top one is black. I hate that. I may actually go to the hardware store and get some black screws later on, and actually replace them. But yeah, it was actually a hassle to get it installed, because what I did is back here where it actually installed. This is where the key store is actually open. See, this is where it's all here. So this is the key store open, and what I did actually was I just kind of smushed it in there, and then I held it against the actual the front casing, and I held it there, and I screwed it at the same time, so actually it stayed stuck, and it worked out pretty well. And there you can see the actual cable going off. When we look at the connection here, you can see that it's only powered by the designated power source. It doesn't have an LED controller or anything, so my LED controls probably won't be effective. As we're gonna experiment right now, we're gonna press the LED right here, and see LEDs shut off, but then when we look back down, the LED on the top is off, but the bottom isn't. And it is a small pain, but definitely not unmanageable, simply because I always like keeping my LED lights on, because they look pretty amazing. Or if I'm even bothered by it, I can always just slide the door down, see, and it covers up part of it, so it won't be so bothersome. But of course I gotta put the filter back on, which is right there. But yeah, so that's what it is pretty much. So you guys, I guess, see my new LED fan. And if you guys were wondering, this is what it looks like with the dust filter put on and all set and ready to go. Let me see if I can turn off the lights real quick so you guys can get a better shot of that. Let's see. Here we go. Oh no, the brightness pretty much is still the camera's brightness is still pretty much overpowering. But yeah, that's what it looks like now. See, a lot more even than before. You see that? That's what I like to see. The whole front panel lit up blue. That's perfect. I actually have one more installation video coming in later today. I'm doing the NZXT LED strip, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with that. So yeah. Actually, I have another thing to say. Actually, I have only one front panel fan controller. So that means that I can't have two fronts going on at the same time. So pretty much what that means is that I will actually have this top one running on the front connection, and then that one running on the HDD, which is the hard disk drive. What I want to do is I want to make sure they're both on red. Or here with the fan speed controllers, which is the blue and the red. So see, the HDD is currently on red, and so is the front. So when it comes down to that, they'll both be going at the highest they possibly can. But yeah, that should totally eliminate that flicker problem. And just whenever I don't want to see that LED, I guess I can just try to cover it up, and then and yeah, so but I pretty much keep them on all the time. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. It's all hooked up now. This has been One Winged Angel here. Hope you guys found this insightful, and same as before, and I'm out.